What is up, YouTube? Today I'm coming back at you with another video. Today's video is a little bit different. Today I just wanted to take a look at my first impressions of a new lens that I just bought for my camera. If you watched my previous What's in My Camera Bag video, I know it's very low quality, and this is actually recording on not my camera, so hopefully the quality is good on this. But I mentioned that I might upgrade my portrait lens, which I finally did. My old portrait lens was this Sigma 60mm f2.8 Art. It's an amazingly sharp lens, and I really like this lens, but it's too cropped in, and the focal length is a little bit limiting because I had to stand really far back for anything besides shoulder and up portraits, and I wanted to do full body portraits in addition to shoulder and up. But so I needed something a little bit shorter, and 2.8 wouldn't cut it in a lot of situations just because it needs a lot more light for 2.8. But so I did upgrade, and I did get the thing I was talking about, and this is the Olympus 45mm f1.2 Pro. This came out maybe a month ago or so, and I decided to pick it up. It's the best of the best portrait lenses. It's right up there with the Nocticron 42.5 1.2. I decided to go with the Olympus though, just because I liked some of the features on the Olympus a little bit more. One of the things I really liked about it is that extra 0.25, that 2.5 millimeters. It gives you that little bit more reach, and it compresses the background a little bit more. Also, the other feature I really liked was this focus clutch, which a lot of people in reviews, the few reviews that there are, say that this focus clutch does not work in Panasonic cameras, but it does. I can promise you, I've used it on my G7, and the focus clutch mechanism works perfectly fine. The function button is what does not work on these cameras. So if you have a Panasonic camera and you want to get the Olympus 45 1.2 Pro, the focus clutch will work. This function button does not work. It's not a stabilized lens like the Nocticron, so that's one thing to keep in mind, because I do have a Panasonic G7. However, I think that the G7 does perfectly fine without stabilization. I learned photography on cameras without stabilization, and most of my lenses don't have stabilization, and I've never really had a problem with it. Of course, in low light situations, yes, it will help a lot, but I have pretty steady hands, so I don't really ever have an issue with it. And this f1.2 will also help keeping my shutter speed up high enough to take pictures. So yeah, this is the lens itself with the hood. The hood is plastic. It doesn't feel as cheap as I was expecting. I heard a lot of people say it was cheap. I would put it on the same level of plastic as the 25 1.7 by Panasonic, same sort of plastic as that. The build quality of the lens itself is full metal. It's very solidly constructed. There's no real seams or anything that looks out of place, and it's fully weather sealed, which is nice. But my camera's not weather sealed. But it's definitely front heavy on this camera. It's a very heavy lens. It's probably, I would say, a decent amount heavier than my Panasonic 100-300 Mark I, and that's a pretty big lens, and it's also pretty heavy. This is a large lens for Micro Four Thirds. It's bigger. It's about the same size as the camera itself, and it definitely weighs more. So if you do want to get that lens, just realize how big this lens is, because this is a G7, and this is one of the larger Micro Four Thirds camera bodies. On a smaller camera like one of the Olympus pens or the GX series, it's gonna be a little bit ridiculous looking and probably a little unwieldy on such a smaller body, but with this bigger grip on the G7, I really don't have any issue holding it, even though it is front heavy. So the front element is right there. As you can see, it's hard to see, I have a clear protector on there by Hoya. It's a really expensive one, and I know some people swear against them and some people swear for them. Honestly, I've shot with the protector into the sun, and well, not into the sun, but like with situations that would cause flaring, and this particular UV filter, clear protector, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really have any issues with extra flaring, and the sharpness stays pretty good, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, this is the the lens itself, and I think it's really, really good. I'm looking forward to shooting with it. I haven't shot a whole bunch, I just got it yesterday. I was going to do an unboxing, but if you look over here, here's the box, and I got it from B&H, and it was all scratched up, and I'm not sure why that is, but it was, so I wanted to open it, make sure it was okay, and it was perfectly fine. So that's just my quick video about my lens, my first impressions about it. I really, really like it so far. I'm super excited to shoot with it more. Probably going to take this to a convention and do some cosplay photography, and I can't wait to actually go out in the field and use this. If you have any questions about this lens, I know it's very new. I respond to all my comments, so feel free to ask any questions you may have. Panasonic, especially with Panasonic bodies, pretty much every video I have seen has put it on an EM1, so this is on Panasonic body, and I think it works perfectly fine. So let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. If you like this video, I'll probably do a full review on it when I put some pictures through it, and I'll just let you know how that goes. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video about my new lens, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.